Good morning, folks. How are you doing? Welcome back to Football Digest Daily. My name is Nyash. I hope you're having a good Friday. Yo, this morning is gloomy as a morning can get. Super gloomy. But you know what? Something would cheer me up. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can hit the like button. That will cheer me up. Or you can even subscribe if you haven't already. You can also double tap on IGTV. You're gonna appreciate that a lot. Okay? So let's check what has been happening in the world of football this week and more so yesterday. So yesterday, of course, we had Thursday night football. As an Arsenal fan, I have to put up with that. I can't escape it. And we were in action yesterday. We were playing against Molde and Mold, whatever their pronunciation is. I honestly really don't care. But yeah, we beat them 4-1 after they scored fast. But you know what? I never felt for us in that game that we were going to lose. I honestly never felt so. Even when they scored the first goal, ilinishika off guard. Me squad expect us to funge about, to be honest. But it is what it is. They of course, they scored fast. And then, of course, we equalized, courtesy of a known goal. Joe Willock yesterday was unplayable, man. You know, he was the one, I could say, forced the 2 own goals that made us 2-1 up in the game. So, fantastic game, to be honest. 4-1 win, Joe Willock forcing 2 goals and then scoring a goal. You could almost say he created like 3 goals, if you ask me. Nicola Pepe, another guy who had a standard performance in that game, scored a fantastic goal, courtesy of a cutback by Saka. A cutback that Kolasinac could not make the entire game. Kolasinac jana sijui alikuwa nini. I could see there was a time in the second half which I remember vividly. Pepe was making runs on that left wing, and of course Kolasinac was the left back. And every time Nicola Pepe was making those runs, Kolasinac was not feeding him the ball. Like he made them, I think, almost 4 times, and I could see Pepe making the runs, but kila time Kolasinac is cutting back to the wings, or he's cutting backwards to his defenders or to fellow defenders. It's crazy. Something that Saka came in and did perfectly and created a goal for Nicola Pepe. It's insane. I don't get it. I would put yesterday's worst performers. I would put Sead Kolasinac on top of that list. He had a terrible game yesterday, if you ask me. I did not like his performance. Him alongside Maitland-Niles, they were just terrible yesterday. And I don't get it to do with Miles, by the way. As in, Maitland-Niles, I don't get it, man. Because at one time he's dazzling. You know, he plays really well. The other time he's really poor. Like yesterday, I can't recall anything he did. Cedric Soares came in and you could outrightly see what he was trying to do. Niles, on the other hand, I don't know. And it's confusing for me because every time I think of Niles, I always remember how he was performing last season. And especially the latter stages of last season. In the FA Cup, in the Community Shield, how he's cool in dispatching penalties. But this season, nah, I don't get it. He's just been poor, man. He's just been terrible. So I would put Nicola Pepe as one of the best performers yesterday. Joe Willock jana alikuwa kaya ature bana. You could not touch him. And even his finishing was crisp. That goal was fantastic, man. And also if you check the goal he scored last week, it was also another fantastic goal. Actually, Joe Willock finishing yake inakuanga proper. And of course, another howler by the referee in that game. There's some 3 howlers he did there. I was like, wait a minute, what the hell? Like the Nketiah goal that was chopped off. Nketiah was not offside. Joe Willock was offside, but Nketiah was not offside. And he's the one who nicked it in the back of the net. There's another foul that was done on Willian, which was not called. Yet, there's a foul that was allegedly done by, who was it? Is it Joe Willock? Kuna foul fulani Joe Willock, sijui kani Joe Willock alifanya, the referee akaita, and it was so light. So light. So, I think it was Willock, yeah. So, some crazy howlers, and ujue VAR ikuangi Europa League group stages. VAR, akunanga VAR, it's crazy. So Arsenal won 4-1. We are now top of the group. Fantastic game, I would say. I expected nothing less, to be honest, yeah? I expected nothing less. I feel like Ceballos and Xhaka yesterday were not that influential, if you ask me. When I consider how El Neni and Thomas Partey performed against Man United, then I look at how Xhaka and Ceballos performed against Molde. Nah, I won't compare the two. They are miles behind. They need to do a lot of catching up. In other games, you had Leicester playing. They were playing against Braga. They won that game 4-0. A fantastic win for them. The shocker, though, for the Europa League this season, or yesterday, was AC Milan. AC Milan walikuwa wanacheza against Lille at home, San Siro. Walipigwa 3-0. I think that's the biggest European home defeat they've ever faced in the entire history. 3-0 loss at home against Lille. That's terrible considering how Milan this season wako form. So Anel, it's crazy. Then we had Celtic. They lost at home against Sparta Prague. I think they lost 3-1. Another crazy interesting game was the Benfica versus Rangers game, which Benfica got red carded courtesy of Otamendi's howler, and then they went down 3-1, and then they were about to make a comeback all the way to 3-3. That's amazing, you know. And Rangers, of course, this season have been fantastic. And yesterday in the Europa League, man, there were 90 goals that were scored in total. 90. It's crazy. Nakai season ni goals galore everywhere, man. Doesn't matter kama ni Premier League, kama ni Champions League, kama ni Europa League, mabao tu kibao. And I hope the Kenya Premier League is going to live up to that, because, you know, we want to see goals. We want to see goals. Bao zinafungwa kila mahali. Kwa nini sisi ndio tukue hatufungi? You know, teams have been arming up themselves with some proper transfers. So I expect maybe there's going to be something like that. The only issue I would take from our game, if you ask me, is that we did not keep a clean sheet. That's the only flip side of things that I would say was unfortunate for us. But otherwise, we had a fantastic game. I was totally okay with it. Now, some FYI, some things that maybe have happened this week that passed you. One, of course, I don't know if you've heard this, but Maradona was having a brain surgery. He had a blood clot in his brain, so he went through a brain surgery, of which it was successful, so he got out of hospital, which is always nice to hear. Also, yesterday, there was some news coming out. Is it yesterday or Tuesday? Yesterday. Ryan Giggs is not going to be coaching Wales in the next 3 games they're going to play in the international arena. Of course, you know, after the weekend, this weekend coming, we're going to be having an international break. So, of course, Nations League matches and some few friendlies. Ryan Giggs is not going to be coaching Wales, and he's the head manager. He's not going to be coaching Wales because he was allegedly arrested for assault on a woman. Yeah, allegedly. Now, we all know Giggs is a bit of a womanizer. Yeah, he knows how to do that. But I saw his father coming out saying Giggs is a womanizer, yes, but wife batterer? No. A woman beater? No. But that's the whole thing. Giggs is not going to be coaching because of alleged assault on his girlfriend, yeah? Apparently, he was caught having some flirty messages on his phone by his wife, and he did not like that story with 2 women. Yeah. Kai Havertz has tested positive for COVID-19, so we don't expect to see him in the next weeks. Maybe after international break, that's when he's going to be coming back. Danny Ings is going to be out for 6 weeks, at least 4 weeks. 4 to 6 weeks, he's going to be out with a knee injury. He underwent surgery yesterday, so that's going to be keeping up for a couple of weeks. Wase FPL wakai rada. Yo, actually, FPL wakai rada sana, cause the Premier League today is kicking off at 8:30. Games are kicking off at 8:30. So watu watitabidi wajipange, meaning the deadline will be somewhere between 7 and 7:30. That's where people need to sort out their scores. We have 2 games in action today. Also today, we're going to be having an IG live session with Samra. I hope she's going to be available today because she's the one I'm supposed to be doing it with. So I'll be talking to her later on. I'll confirm that and I'll confirm to you guys. Yesterday also, Manchester United came out to say that they are backing Ole Gunner Solskjaer. Yeah, they're not thinking of firing him. They are okay with how he's doing. They kind of feel there's some inconsistency going on there, but they're not looking to fire him. They still regard him as a long-term appointment, which is very welcome news. We absolutely welcome such news. We love to hear that they trust Ole. We trust Ole. We believe in him, and they should back him. So Ole in all the way, and the management of Manchester United is in total agreement. Hatuwezi tutakataaje hivi tukaa hizo. Wakikubali ni hivyo. Ole akae ndio kila mtu afurahi. Ama namna gani? Yeah, so that's what has been popping this week in Tomatoes Football. And yeah, that's all of this. For today, let's meet up today from 8 o'clock as we talk matters match week 8 of the Premier League before we go to the international break. All right? Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you're watching this on YouTube, and also follow us on Instagram and like this video on IGTV. Have a fantastic Friday and a fantastic weekend.